Oh, look at an intro by Bud Zattorni.
Hey, I'm not putting out any more exploits till this guy hits 1,000 subs.
Thanks, man. I swear he could be selling that. Anyway, merry humbug to all my Rust community. I know a lot of you, like me, have had a shit year, so let's all of us have a healthy, happy, and successful 2022. So, what have I got for you today? I have more Rust tips. How to die 10% less if you're a jumper. The right tool for the right job, all sorts of things, but especially how to take down TCs fast and silently, how to melt metal armor, how to melt that heavy plate armor, and the best door camper detector I've ever seen, and more. But just quickly, before I start, have you ever dreamed of a game like Rust, but with a DayZ vibe, with a Tarkov feel, or with an Orwellian trope? Have you ever wished that you could have a backpack in Rust? Ever wished recycling was faster? Wished that you could recycle safely? Have you ever wished you could get a real and frightening PvE experience in Rust? Ever wished that you would be rewarded for all your grinding? Or all the PvP and PvE you've done? Have you ever wished you could send your friends some kind of in-game currency to help them out? Do you miss elements from other open world games like Elder Scrolls? Ever wished you could have those in Rust? Do you ever wish armor actually worked like armor? I mean, it's meant to stop you from getting damage. You would take no damage until the armor's broken. Don't you wish there was a great server where admins are active? Do you dare wish for less screaming squeakers? Or wouldn't it be cool if you could have your own specialized vehicles with stuff like guns mounted on them or extra armor? Do you wish you had a choice between playing chill in a safe area or going real hardcore? Do you like clever Easter eggs? Are you fed up with douchebags leaving crates half looted? Do you ever wish there was actually a point to PvP? Don't you wish the game had an inbuilt, like factions or something, where you've got a reason to hate the other side? Imagine a new and different kick-ass modded Rust on a whole modded map. Well, picture this. A fully customized survival adventure RPG Rust server in a huge and detailed British Isles map to explore and roam around. Designed specifically for PvP, real PvE, and everything in between. Guys, let me tease you a bit. 2 tribes, 1 within walled compounds. I mean, this is a real reason to PvP. 3 full tech tree professions to choose. 4 tiers of loot, common, uncommon, rare, legendary, upgrading, new unique items, weapons, armor, advanced armors which actually protect you for real, where you don't take damage until they're destroyed, dress in unique styles and check out true armor value, fully integrated game currency, a custom GUI, unlike Facepunch, everything has instructions and guides. Handcrafted UK map with overhead sky rail you can just jump on and go all around the map on. Unique cars, helis and boats, some with armor and weapons. Original custom monuments, no standard procedurals. This is all handmade. Dangerous, rapid animals, custom guards and NPCs. I've seen them. They gain hit points as they kill each other. They're really scary. Mobs of mummies. The server is 2 times with many quality of life improvements. And this is just some of the stuff I've rattled off because this was just meant to be a sneak peek. And thank you, Tokus, and I can't wait to see more. Come on, guys, only 13% of you are subscribed. Alright, Rust tips. Now tell me, guys, what's wrong with this picture? What's wrong with that picture? What's wrong with this picture? Getting it yet? How about this one? Slow it down for you.
How's he?
Maybe if the person shooting does it.
Oh, come on.
Do you get it yet? Last clue. I'll do it in slow-mo. If you get it and I'm already beating a dead horse, just go to the next video. So if you haven't got it by now, if someone's jigging around left, right, back and forward, stopping, slowing down, you have no idea what they're going to do, and that makes it harder to shoot. But what some people don't seem to get, and Really, I don't understand this. Now, if like a Muppet you decide to jump, the game is very specific. Your body does a very specific arc. You can't do a little jump. You can't do a higher jump than usual. You can't slow down in midair. When you jump, your body's going to do a very exact thing, meaning that the person shooting you can go, oh wow, he's just launched into the air. I can time it perfectly, bang. And if you can't do it at the top, you just wait for them to come down. You know, even while they're there, you already know the head's going to be right there. So hopefully now you get it. You're not a roo. Stop jumping. Still don't believe it. People often don't bother checking TCs of decayed or raided bases. I don't get that, because there's often great loot in them. You could have 3,000 scrap in there for crying out loud. Anyway, the easiest and cheapest and safest way to open one of these is with about 7 to 10 fire arrows. I always bring about 12 just in case. Best method is to let the flames burn on top of the TC. So you want to get some elevation and then shoot the arrow so it lands right in the middle. It depends on the angle you shoot, of course. And you want that flame burning away. Just let it burn out, because the longer one burns by itself, the more damage you get for the fire. If you shoot like 3 or 4 all on top of each other, I don't think that the fire damage stacks. So just do it. Take your time. It depends on how many people are around, and don't do it at night, because then people see you doing it. You stand out from a mile away. If you can't get any elevation, like any height, so you can shoot down on top of it, then try to bounce it off a wall or the ceiling. Flamethrower is good as well. It's a bit more expensive. I think it's about 50 low grade. I don't use them, so you'll have to test that. Another way is to use shotguns, and well, there's only one shotgun you can put a silencer on, and that's the pump action shotgun. Otherwise you're going to make noise. And of course the incendiary shells, same deal. Try to shoot on top so that when you get the fire it burns through. There's lots of other ways to do it, but they're loud, like C4 or satchels, but that makes a lot of noise. Don't try to use grenades. You use way too many. You can melee it, with like 12 swords, or I think 16 machetes. I think an axe is actually better. Hatchets, about 4 of them or something. 5 maybe. Pickaxes, hatchets, 5 of them should do it. And incendiary bullets are no good either. You'd have to use between about 55 and 80, I think. Explosive ammo is great, especially if you've got a silencer. It's around 10 of those. While I'm on the topic of fire, how many of you knew that auto turrets and heavy, like metal armor, is weak to fire? I don't think, if you're being honest, that many of you know, because you certainly don't use it. I mean, all the babies cried about the heavy plate armor. They even nerfed being able to ride a horse with the heavy plate armor. Meanwhile, no one was using incendiary ammo to take those guys down. Guys, incendiary ammo melts heavy armor. So there you go. And it's the best thing for killing turrets too. You throw like an incendiary rocket at that, it only takes 1 rocket. I was going to do video of me doing all this stuff, but this video is dragging on too long, and you really don't need me to show you doing it to get the idea. The point is the tools. Speaking of tools, I've been a tool. Now here's the awesome tip I promised you, and surprise, surprise, it's not even mine.
And you only need 3 items. So you need a light that only takes 1 power. You need a button, which actually will put out 2 power. And an HVHF sensor. Now we'll wire this up. So the power in is going to come from the button. And then, oh. Power in on the light will come from the power out on the HVHF.
How simple is that, guys? It's so awesome. It's the simplest circuit. The button gives power to the sensor outside, and then the sensor powers the flashlight. Old fella made it a bit complicated in my simple brain, but yeah, that's all it is. Put down the button, because the button gives a tiny little charge. Remember that from one of my previous videos? It's free electricity, guys. The button gives a little charge, so that'll power the sensor, and then the sensor powers the flashlight, so when you press it, it senses if there's anyone door camping, and not just really close, because that fireplace trick that we all use, that only works for people that are right by your door.
And hide it inside of a rock.
Yeah, I should shut up. That's a pretty good trick too. Alright, anyone still hanging in there? Here's another tip from Old Fella, previously known as Old Fucking Fucker. I like him. He does good stuff, and he's old like me.
You'll see some of the little raised pieces like this, and they're not actually solid.
So you can hide the beach towels underneath the raised bits in the snow biome. Works with sleeping bags, but not as well. And use your imagination with traps. So that was pretty cool. Thanks, Old Fella. And I still can't get over that awesome door camper detector. And that's about it for me. You guys can leave unless you want to see the weird stuff at the end or the next couple of tiny little tips. And please remember, if you haven't subscribed, I need to get those numbers up. And have a happy new year. Ciao. Bonus tip. F1 quit is way faster than going through the menu. Look, the game's finished. It's gone. Boom.
Lipaxis, can you not raid my base? Lipaxis, can you Lipaxis? Can you Lipaxis? Can you not raid my base? Lipaxis, can you Lipaxis? Can you...
Hey, you rusty freaks. Freak, 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 freak.
Lipaxis, can you not raid my base?
Freak, 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 freak. The Merovingian explains why the new Matrix movie is so awful.
You ruined every suck my silky ass thing. We had grace. We had style. We had conversation. Not this